How's it going, everyone? This is Crops, aka Beast Beats, and we are here for a Friday night, I guess not Patreon, but free for all, whatever it was called. Some kind of, usually on Friday nights, it's like the Patreon tourney, but for this Friday, this is the day before GFC 17. GoatFormat.com decided to host via their Discord a couple free goat tourneys. So I entered with Water again, which this is actually the deck I won my first Patreon Friday night tourney with. Well, a very similar variation of this. Instead of the two upstart goblins, there was a third dimension fusion, and what else was it? What was the other card? It's escaping my mind right now. There's a third dimension fusion, and I'm almost positive it was a different spell. Well, the Sanganon Breaker was a third Lacunga and a second Fenrir. But that was pure water. I decided to stray just a tad away from pure water with the Sangan Breaker in the main and the Sook in the side. Just some more good, powerful utility cards. But let's get right in. We got 4 matches to go through. Spoiler alert. So the finals hasn't even happened for this tourney yet. It's still, I believe right now it's Selim. I think it's Selim. I'm going to pronounce the name, but I believe they're on like a relinquished deck versus AJT BLS. Simon playing his, looks like he hopped on a Chaos Turbo for this tourney. And in the finals, it'll be Dueling High 101. Oh man, if it's Dueling High 101 versus AJT, can't ever say that, BLS, I want to watch that. So I got to hurry these 4 matches up. You two, if you're doing, oh yeah, thank you, Birdman. Shout out to Birdman. Hope they win one of these Patreons and get their Patreon Playoffs 3 invite. But this is the deck we're playing. You can take a look. It's, water with Dimension Fusion. It's really fun. It's a fun deck. So let's just go on to match number 1 versus David, either Hume or Humi, 42 cards. Yeah, we're showing hands. You already know. Look at that. Megamorph, Jar, Prima, Scapegoat, Crane. We got the Mother, the Pang, the Sand, the Heavy, the Upstart, aka Patrick Hoban, Tribe, and we upstart into Snatch. I decide to set Pang and pass. They draw into Snatch. I don't even click on that link. I'm not going to now either. I don't think it's anything malicious. I just don't know. It's got a S after the HTTP, but anyway, they take 2. We bounce back that Crane. They set Jar. They set Goats. Because I got the Tribe and drawn a Serp, I'm like, let's heavy. So if they do have Goats, figuring it's Reasoning Gate or some kind of gate with that Sacred Crane that I saw. So it's 2 chainables, a big shocker there. They Jar into Graceful. We do get out that Scapegoat so we can Tribe it. I decided to keep Pang in defense because I know they got Crane. Our Tribe is at 1800 attack, and I don't really have anything to set. And time to get sacked. Graceful into Pot, MST Monster Gate, discard MST, discard Demock, Pot into Scapegoat, Emergency Provisions, Premature Barrel back Demock, Demock's effect. Okay, at least this first match, spoilers gonna be fast. Into Pot Agreed into Trunade Stein, Stein pay 5,000, into Master of Oz, Monster Gate the Stein, into Jinzo, equip Master of Oz with, or snatch the Tribe, discard Emergency Provisions to call Aqua, destroying Tribe and Nightmare Penguin, equip Master of Oz with Megamorph, attack for 84, nah, they attack for 28, then 24, and I checked just to make sure it doesn't get halved to 21, and they still have lower life points than us, so that is 8,400 while we're at 28. We're dead. Boom. Why they didn't attack with Master of Oz first, I don't know. It didn't matter there, but all right, game 2. We got Abyss, Sinister, Mirror Force, Penguin, Defuse. They got Cyberstein, Gate, Ring, Jar, Snatch. We're drawing to our side deck card, Curse Seal. I will gladly discard this Dimension Fusion. I think I make a big mistake in this game. Yeah, I think I do. Anyway, they set their Ring, they set their Jar, double chainable again. We summon the Abyss. They say, okay, I go in for the 18. They say, nay. Alright, ring, 18, 18. I set the MF. They draw Compulse. They're at 62. They summon Crane. They attack. I don't mirror because I can just bounce that Crane. They're at 6,000. All I need is this Penguin to connect to put them out of Stein range. They have Compulse and Jar. I move Penguin to attack. I attack. They take the 9. Now they can no longer Stein because, as you'll see, it's 200 more. They're at 4,900. So unless they have emergency provisions plus Stein, which luckily, no emergency provisions, but a brain control, another life point paying card. I set the Abyss, which, I don't know if that was the best thing. Here they brain control. I should definitely let this go so that I can go ahead and curse seal the monster gate. But for some reason, not for some reason, but, we did see Jinzo last game. So I would not be surprised if Jinzo was still in the deck. I was scared to death of them tributing my Penguin for a Jinzo. So I curse seal the brain control, discarding the Dimension Fusion, and then they snatch, and then they Monster Gate, and I feel like a complete doofus. If I had let that go and curse sealed the Monster Gate, oh man, we probably would have, I'm pretty sure we still win this game, but that would have they mill a good Goblin Housekeeping. Matt Uber, where are you? Anyway, they crane another Monster Gate. That Monster Gate that they would have drew for, they would have drawn Good Goblin Housekeeping and then Monster Gate. But the Monster Gate would have been dead if I curse sealed it. But I'm dumb. At that time they had 3 Monster Gates, only 1 Jinzo. So I definitely should have let the brain go, but then they sort of had the Snatch Steal, so that would have changed the game. Anyway, then they jar into Jinzo, then they compulse my Abyss, luckily, instead of killing it, thinking, that it is another Nightmare Penguin or something of the like. And also the fact that if they don't compulse then, when they tribute the Jinzo, their compulse just sits there. They go into Mirror. But just kidding. I don't mean to say they go into Mirror. I have Mirror. It's a Jinzo. I can't use Mirror, but we can swap it. And then right here, something kind of strange happens. I don't know what they think. They take the 21. They draw. They try to move Serpent to defense. I'm just like, I click on it. They say, what? That's a dead Serpent. Anywho, they set the Scapegoat. And I top deck a card that wins me the game. Lightning Vortex. Because we add Serpent. We normal Abyss. They say okay. Discard Serp to bounce that back row. It is Goats. They go boom, 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 boom. I probably should have dropped the Vortex right away so they didn't have to even click all those tokens. Anyway, and that is game. Game number 3. So we got sacked pretty hard game 1, and that is about to happen. I will say there's one thing I could have done this game different. Anywho, they Graceful. They draw into Decree, and they say how to deal with that. I don't know if they shuffle or not there. I don't know what the proper protocol is. I should have asked someone. But I figure if they shuffle, as they say, randomization is randomization. Fair enough. They Graceful into Goats, Jinzo Swords. Pretty tasty. They get rid of that Jinzo. They get rid of that emergency provisions. They got Premature. They got a Minecon, a Scapegoat, a Swords, a Ring, a Jar. They set Jar, activates Sword, set Ring. And, in my head I'm thinking Cyberjar, especially because I'm at Uber. I know he sides that kind of stuff, and even I've got a Cyberjar off playing the Steingate deck once, but after siding it in either game 2 or 3. However, one thing I'm thinking about doing here is either summoning or setting, and the best option would have been setting, because I do have the ring, but yeah, setting Serpent and swapping it. I thought about doing that, but they have Mind Control anyway, so they can just Mind Control their drawback and do it anyway. So instead I set Grizzly, set Force, because, they got a Swords up anyway. They draw into Trunade, and here we go. Kaboom! Oh yeah, now I see what they're saying when they're going to gamble. Because it's just a Mirror Force, in case it was like something to stop the Prima. Anyway, this Cyberjar goes off. They get Crane. We get Abyss. I get Curse Seal. They get Compulse. They get Reasoning. They get Reasoning. I get Curse Seal. They get BLS. I get Swords. I get Swap. So now I have both swaps. And so I'm about to be an American Sniper here. They crane into that Decree that they shuffled back. Or it could be, there's definitely a chance they sided in more than one. Then they Reasoning. I call 2. Minecon, Braincon, Monster Gate, Knock, Heavy, Stein. Boom, sniped. They Reasoning a second time. I call 8. I don't know they have Prima, right? No, I do not. Okay. Okay, yeah, there's another decree. Demock! Boom! I hit the 2, I hit the 8, and then they premature. And I'm like, okay. Didn't it matter? They premature for Demock. Demock effect. They get back graceful. They graceful into good goblin housekeeping. Pot. Goats. Discard goats. Discard good goblin housekeeping. Pot into Trunade. Book. Activate Trunade. Return everything to the hand. My MF, their Prima, their swords, their set ring, I believe it was. They Prima again into Cyberstein. They pay 5,000 for Cyberstein. They summon Master of Oz. They activate Mind Control. Take my Abyss. 700. 16. 28. If I have Karibo, but as you can see I don't, I'm dead. Boo! Madabu would be proud. Alright, that's match 1. We lost. Alright, we're already in the losers bracket. Next match versus Cramerica Industry. Ind. Dot. Probably stands for Industries. They open Rhoda, Breaker, Snatch, BK, Set Dust, Final Attack Orders. We got Sangam, Book, Torrential, Upstart, Penguin, Draw into Aqua Spirit. We go Standby Main. I Upstart Goblin into Prima. Shuffle that hand. Summon that Sangan. Attack for 1 grand. Cancel that Patrick Hoban right out. Boom. Patrick Hoban has been canceled. Alright. He end phase Dust the Torrential. He draws into another Dust. He wrote us for DD Warrior Lady. I know what's about to happen. Banishment. Boom. Alright, we're toast. They set the other Dust. Alright, we're drawing a ring. We're playing 4 traps in the main deck. They dusted ring. Torrential dusted. Ring dusted. Traps left. Mirror and call. They final attack orders my Nightmare Penguin. I take 5. They say 200 more. But little did they know, Nightmare Penguin boosts all water monsters, including itself, by 200 points, putting it at 1,100 attack points. They set their Mirror Force. I send Mother Grizzly out. Do my bidding, Mother. They mirror. I say, nope, save Mom. Book. They decide to just pass. Why they don't summon the Blade Knight is beyond me. I don't know, like, scared of Yomi ship, I guess. I go in for 3k. Boom. Because I'm like, alright, you're not attacking. I'm attacking with this Mother Grizzly because it's going to go to attack mode if you attack it anyway. Nothing to Prima back. Yeah, no. And, yeah, Sangan and Penguin banished. They summon the Breaker. They snatch the Aqua. They get the 200. I get the other Mother Grizzly. They get the 200. I get Serpent, because we're going to tribute from Mobius. Oh, the Jukaiku. We gain 1,000 from Snatch. We go, boom. I think about not popping the final attack orders, honestly. So that, but I'm setting Mirror Force, so I figure it's probably doesn't matter that much. So I do not Mirror Force, because in my head, I'm like, they got BLS, I bet. And guess what? They do a BLS, and they go kaboom. Banishment again. Alright, they set Rhoda as a bluff. Luckily, I got the Serpent engraved, and that it doesn't get Kaiku'd, so now we do Graceful. And let's take a look at these 3 cards. Defusion, Minecon, Abyss. I get rid of Serpent and Defusion. Summon the Abyss. Check for TT, because I mean Mirror Force is gone, I don't know. The Thumbs Up. Minecon. If they Judgment, that would kind of suck, but we just banish itself. Get in for 18. They are at 800. They top deck Prima. they have monsters. They're on Monsters Engraved anyway, but in theory, anything but 8. Oh, right. They, yeah, that's right. Yeah, because they go for BK. Try to have it their way by summoning the Blade Knight, setting the Prima, and Mirror Force closes the game. The 3rd trap. Wow, 3 out of, I guess I had 23 in deck, so pretty low odds to draw 3 of the 4 traps. What was that? Torrential Ring Mirror? Yeah, the Trap Trinity. Anyway, now we got the Mother Heavy Double Decree Graceful. So I didn't not all our traps. I think we kept in probably the 3 we saw last game. Either we kept in, we definitely probably took out Call, and then I'm just not sure if we kept in Mirror and Torrential. I think we did. Anyway, they got Judgment, Blade Knight, Ring, MST, Kaiku, BLS. They set Judgment and Ring with Kaiku. I'm thinking a little bit, no Dust Shoot, that's good. I Heavy. I'm like, what are they protecting? I could just MST it. But I'm like, let's just summon the Mother Grizzly. Let's set the decree. Let's set double decree. They end phase ring, you know, unfortunate. Then they duo our graceful. Or actually, they blind space a decree. Then duo our hand. Then drop down a Blade Knight and smack us for 3,800 to the face. Banish our Mother Grizzly. All we got is a decree set, and they got a BLS in hand, even if we do wipe their light and dark on the board. And we're just sitting here. We draw the third decree. Of all the cards we could have drawn in our deck, the third decree. Awesome. And then we're dead. Game 2. I mean, that was game 2. Game 3. These are fast matches. We're flying through this. You know, let's go. They got Dust, Knock, BK, TT, Exile. They got Aqua, MF, Mobius, Torrential, Mother, and ALO. The ocean that is legendary. They just exile the Mother Grizzly. This Mother has seen better days. We draw into the book. We drop down the Aqua Spirit. What they got? Nothing. Drop down that ALO, hidden with that 1800 Aqua Spirit. 18 by 1400 stat line. Set the bomb. Set the TT and just say, screw it, I got everything set. If one of those was like a spell, like a Rhoda, followed by a heavy or some shenanigan, I would just be out. I would be SOL. Is that this term? SOL? Yeah. I think that's, yeah, out of luck. Wait. What just happened? Yeah, we mirror forced I debated on booking the Aqua Spirit on the Snatch, but I was like, no, I'm just going to mirror force both of them and hope there's no judgment. There's just no judgment back. They have 4 sets. I mean, I guess I got sets too at this point, so they're not thinking about me like heavy storming, because I definitely haven't used it yet. I do a Mobius though, and I don't want to Mobius into a judgment. I figure there's definitely a good chance there could be one judgment of those 4 back row. There isn't though, so they just take the 18. They don't book. No reason to really TT. They got Dust and Knock. They do draw Sook, so they can Sook. Now, it does have 1400 defense, so they gotta knock it. And luckily, all 3 of those can come back from a Dimension Fusion. Which I can't remember if that happens or not this game. But I do draw in a Serp. I set the Serp, figuring, alright, they got Sook. I could probably kind of put together that's a Chaos Monster. Definitely, I mean, it is a BLS. They just need a Dark, which Sook is. Man. But I do draw a Mother Grizzly, which is pretty good. I decided, you know what, let's just Mobius. Show me that Solemn. Summon good, no negate. Alright. Let's blind hit. I hit the one more recent set and that one and double chain. Absolutely terrible. It would have been better to hit Book and TT, double Dust wouldn't have been that good to hit. I just wanted to hit. I guess it's got to hit one of these 2 though. If I'd hit these 2, that would have been worst case probably. I don't know. Yeah, definitely would actually probably rather hit either both of these or either both Dust or the Book and the TT. I don't know. Anyway, they blind dust the Snatch. I mean, they probably would have dusted Snatch anyway. This has 1200 defense, 26 by 12, so BLS can't even take care of it. They set Call, they got Sook. I'm just like, alright, let's throw out the Mobius. I don't summon Mother Grizzly because things like Mirror Force TT, and there is a TT there. It just gets Sooked down. I don't set the Mother Grizzly. Again, still thinking about TT. They end phase dust the Book. Luckily, I got another one right there. They draw a Knock. I'm like, Prior. They say no. So I'm like, okay. Since they don't Prior and they go for the attack, I decide to Book. My goal is to flip my Mobius and attack over it next turn. But they do knock the Mobius. So all 4 of these can come back from Defusion. The only thing they get back is a BK. That'd be an insane Dimension Fusion. But we do not have it. We do draw MST. And here I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to set. They draw United We Stand. Props for that, playing that card. They do Prio, so I do TT. They call, I MST. And now their only set is TT. I think about, especially because they've used both knocks, I think about setting Mother Grizzly with Decree. Because I do have another Mother Grizzly in the deck. And I may have sided in Revival Jam. I can't remember. I don't think we see that all tourney, sadly. But I decided to summon it, which they haven't used Mirror Force. They haven't used any Battle Traps or TT, and it just gets TT. Then I set Decree. So definitely not the greatest play on my part. They blind space the Decree. Set the Unite as a bluff. Am I alright? How about Mother Grizzly number 3, the final Mother? Mother 3. Isn't that a game? Anyway. So I attack for 16. This is a decent sized Mother Grizzly. They draw a duo. That's not helping them. They know my only card in hand is Serpent. I throw down another 16. It's luckily no Battle Trap. I know they were on final attack orders in, I believe, the first game. So I'm like, it's an interesting list. I do have a second Mobius. I'm almost certain I sided in. So I set the Serp. I set the Decree. They draw a Mirror Force. I end phase Decree. And they say, well played. I figure, in case that's like a Solemn or Dust number 3 or Solemn, try to lock those down, and they know I could have just attacked for game. The next card was Upstart. Of course, I would not use it. I would just attack with Mother Grizzly. And that was match number 2. All right, on to match number 3. So we are 1-1. It's a double elimination. X Blue JX is our next opponent. And they draw Moth, TT Heavy, Regeki Break, Scapegoat. We got Pog, Defuse, Sangan, Night Penguin, MF, and Goblin. So we Goblin into ALO. We Greed into Book Heavy. Shout out to Shadowbee. They draw in their 6th card is TD to get 2 TDs. Then they go set Regeki Break, set Scapegoat. I flip up Nightmare Penguin, target the Scapegoat after letting the dice decide. Summon Sangan. I'm like, go ahead and TT, but the TT is in their hand, or Mirror Force, but it's Regeki Break, so they just take 1,011. I do have a book set, so I'm not feeling too bad about having this Penguin out in attack mode. I draw into the second Dimension Fusion. I'm like, alright, boom. But nope, they don't want to take any more damage from these little guys, so they straight up Scapegoat. And I wipe out 2 goats and pass. They draw on a Spirit Reaper. They set the Reaper and pass. I tapped at Mind Control, and I'm thinking, it's not even worth Mind Controlling this. But in case it's like a Spy or something annoying, could be a Deco. Unlikely, but, small, very, very small chance could be a Faith. There's a Faith. But I see it's a Reaper. I'm like, alright, well, flip it up. Kill the 2 tokens. Here's your Reaper back. They draw into their own Pot of Greed. They fire off the Pot of Greed. They draw into MST and Sork. They Regeki Break, discard Sork. Book, or target my book. I chain Book to the Penguin. They attack, with Reaper. And I guess they do that. So that I can't flip up the Penguin, bounce their Sork back, and then they have no lights or darks or anything in the grave. Yeah, I guess that's why they do that. Forcing me to bounce the Reaper. Fair. Then they set Faith, now that my Mindcon's gone. And then I set TT and Mirror Force and say go. I'm like, you know what? And then they MST the TT, Faith back, not their MST, but the pot, fire off the pot. They draw into meta Breaker, then they decide to just summon the Breaker. So they in-phase spaced the Torrential and Breakered the Mirror Force, and that is just bad coin flip right there. If it was the other way around, I just Torrential, boom, wipe the board. They're already normal. They just like set their own TT and pass at that point with heavy 2 metas, 2 Thunder Dragons, and Reaper in hand. But I do top deck Tribe, and these are all spellcasters, so that's really lucky. They try to Pro Storm me. I go standby main. I'm like, you know what? We got a heavy because this Tribe is very important here to wipe all these spellcasters. I get rid of the Dimension Fusion. And, we did heavy, they're heavy. I just fire off the Dimension Fusion. They do get Thunder Dragon back, but I'm like, this is, in case they have another Chaos Monster in hand, I just want to go ahead and fire this off. And, it's, I guess, debated. I could, summon Penguin in defense or something, but, yeah. They draw into a Dead Dust Shoot, set TT, set Reaper, big shock there. I probably should not have set this Nightmare Penguin that I end up setting in main 2. I could have just Tribe discarded it, called Zombie. Or just, then when I did attack, realized, yeah, it's just, of course, just Reaper, move Descending into defense in main phase 2, and just keep those 2 in hand. Of course, they haven't duoed yet, so that is always a possibility. They end up tributing for Thunder Dragon and torrentialing, so whoop, there goes the board. I do get Sangan Search, so I grab Serpent because I got the Abyss, got the big old blue well in hand. We draw on a call, not too bad. I decide to throw down the Abyss, no prio. They're like, okay. Then I just use the effect, bounce back their dead Dust Shoot, attack for 2k, set, call, and pass. And their only play really is to set like Dust Shoot as a bluff, set Kaiku pass, yeah. So, I mean, they could also select one of the metas as a bluff. Yeah, no real reason to meta the Kaiku into the Darkfire or the Carbabala Warrior. Whatever that warrior is called. But yeah, we just Abyss that, and I have call, so I'm like, well, if they Regeki or Windblast or anything, I still will be able to win. So we get game 1, now we go into game 2, and let's just speed on through. They open Serp, Breaker, Scapegoat, Smashing, Meta, not TD is their 6th card again. I got Pang, Mother, Serp, Breaker, Lakunga. Anyway, they get 2 TDs as the standard. They set their goats, also expected, so I don't Breaker or MST. I'm like, alright, show me the goats, and there they are. It's just, I don't know, typically turn 1, the sets are chainable. Jar Greeds, Scapegoats. I mean, it could be Ring, could be Book, MST, but I don't know. Book, not necessarily too common for especially better players to set turn 1 on its own. It just depends on the matchup and the situation, of course. But anyway, the Thousand Eyes, they set the deco. I, penguin that Thousand Eyes right back to the fusion deck. They main 2 flip up the deco and draw into Trap Dust Shoot. They set Book, set Dust Shoot. Standby phase, Dust Shoot. Boom, they put back the Sook. Now I can't Sook Penguin, do anything with that. I was debating on chaining MST, but I just decided to set MST and pass. I figure this could be like torrential or something they want me to play into. Realistically, I should have just thought about the fact that I end up just booking the Breaker. The fact that it's probably just a book if they're letting me keep Breaker, so I could just MST, break over that, Penguin over that. And that would have put me in a decent spot, actually. I'm going to put a Dark in their grave, but luckily they currently don't have Chaos. And I do have Duo, but I decide to run out the Breaker, use Breaker on what I think, figure, alright, it could be torrential, but it's Book, not torrential. It's more likely to be more copies of Book, most likely, than torrential anyway, and now that backfires, so they got Smashing Ground for the Penguin. They go boom, they go 16, and now we're sitting here at 5k. They got a set Faith. We draw a Grizzly, which isn't too bad. We can Grizzly into the deco. Does put a Dark in their grave, but yeah, we likely should have used this MST and then Breakered, but then of course we wouldn't have any other back row for them, even if they did snatch the Breaker. I don't know. They Faith back the meta. They meta take, and I'm like, yeah, I can't really stop that. Then they tribute. They know this is MST set, I'm pretty sure, because of the Trap Dust Shoot. And that is over 5k. We are dead in the water. Game 3, though. Alright, here we go. Coming down to the wire, we got Penguin, Blue Whale, TT, Lakunga, Mother Grizzly, Bookamoon. We set the Penguin. They got Sork, 2 metas, Ring. They set the Ring. They got Smashing. Oh, 2 Sorks, not 1. We summon the Mother. We attack with the Mother. We do that 1400 right in. We set the TT. We say go. They draw I am Berserk Gorilla. They smashing the Mother. They smash the Mother. Alright, and then they try to Monkey Smash. They do Monkey Smash the Penguin. But we do return that monkey right back to its original jungle. And we draw into the upstart. I'm thinking here how much damage we got with this Dimension Fusion. We got 2 Waters in the grave. We got TT if they have, well, I don't want to get TT necessarily. I do decide to upstart. I believe I draw into the Mother Grizzly. I'm like, awesome, I can go and just attack with this Mother Grizzly. They decide to Ring. I'm like, okay, so they are down to 62. They draw Sook. They go Gorilla. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to take 2K. I'm about to pay 2K. I'm just going to torrential. They don't have lights or darks. I'm thinking they didn't set back row. If they don't set any back row this turn, we can just go Lacunga. And sadly, even if I had banished 2 Mother Grizzlies, we do get that Lacunga token. We get out the Pang, we get out the Mother, and we attack. And everything's boosted by 200. But they survive with 700 life points. I don't even set the book. I'm like, you know what? They got like, no, in case they do have like heavier MST, I'm just going to hold this book. Let's see what they got. They set Sook, they set Rake. They're just trying to survive. I draw into Fenrir. I'm like, this is insane. Because all I have to do, and I'm glad I saved the book. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered, but I can book the Penguin. They're like, alright, I got to Regeki break that. Almost surprised I didn't discard a Sorcerer. I guess I didn't really need that meta, though, either, so it's fair. The Sook, they're thinking they'll be able to survive, but then I Abyss, and even if... So, yeah, I was definitely going to try and Nightmare Penguin the back row, because then we have Abyss, and we have 2 Waters in the grave to banish for Fenrir, so we can 100% get that 700 in with this Lacunga token even. So Lacunga token, attack for game, and that is the match, folks. Love to see it. Wow, and the next draw was a Dimension Fusion, which would have been able to bring back more things. Oh, man. Yeah, crazy board. Oh, we could have even just... Because they were Geki break, so we could have summoned the second Lacunga token instead of the Fenrir. But, yeah. Wow. That's match 3. Here's match number 4, the final match. I hope I'm not missing the finals. I honestly may and likely missing the finals of this Patreon. So I got Penguin, Swap, Serpent, Duo, Lacunga, Defusion. Definitely not a bad hand. They have Jar, PWWB, Knock, Spy, Breaker. Duo hit the Breaker. They discard the Knock. So I'm like, okay, 1 knock on, set the Penguin. They set Jar, they set Wind Blast, they set Spy, they say pass. I'm thinking, you know what? It's probably not Faith, but this could be Spy, something annoying. They click on my Nightmare Penguin like they get to pick with Swap, but no, I give them the Serp. They give me a Spy. I'm like, okay, bye-bye, I'll take that Spy. They jar in the Duo. That is going to be a painful Duo. Luckily, they don't hit the Lacunga. That's what I want to hold on to, just to have another beater. They hit the second Swap. I get rid of the Dimension Fusion and then draw into another Dimension Fusion. They got set Faith now, and I'm thinking, all right, well, let's just bounce back to Faith, which we do luckily, because otherwise, they just get back Knock or Duo, and just a pain in the butt. I do kill my own Serp. Luckily, no Kaiku. On their end, they set the Jar and the Deco. I draw a Prima, get back my Serp, kill their Deco. They draw into their second Spy. They got BLS. They set Faith. They pass. I got Fenrir. Only 0 water monsters engraved. I don't know what I'm saying. I would say only 1, but 0. They get back Duo. I'm like, alright, let's let the Duo happen. And here it comes. Luckily for me, they do pick Serpent, so I get free range of motion here. Free discard. I mean, free discard like it's a good thing, but I decided to get rid of the Premature, keep the Lacunga, keep the Fenrir, keep the Defusion. Maybe could have got rid of the Fenrir, or the Lacunga, since they have Defusion, but anyway, they Soric banished the Nightmare Penguin. They've been watching the games, I'm pretty sure, so I think they know what my strategy is. I draw into, I think another Nightmare Penguin, set it, get a standby. Oh, I'm talking too fast, I'm losing track of words. They go Wind Blast, discard, I believe that was a heavy. Wow. Top deck and then when they attack the Spy makes me shuffle the deck, so the Nightmare Penguin has been shuffled back on the deck. I'm thinking, dang, there goes my Nightmare Penguin, but they shuffle me right into a Graceful, so that is nice of them, because I do have this Serpent, and I draw into Book, Aqua Spirit, I think for a long time here, and I'm like, alright, I don't know if I made the best play, but I decided to get rid of Lacunga, get rid of Serp, book the Kaiku, banish the Lacunga and the Serp to summon Fenrir. Dimension Fusion, and I think this is all probably not the worst thing to do, because they do get back Deco and Faith. But the correct thing right here, I messed up in the battle phase. They don't have any lights, and if they have another Chaos, especially this, I'm dead. So what I should do is just go, it doesn't really matter how the order of attacking, but, you can just Penguin over the Kaiku, Fenrir over the Deco. And that's it. Should have summoned this in defense, I guess. Yeah, this in defense, Fenrir over Deco. They skip their draw phase, Lacunga over Kaiku. And then do not attack the Faith, so they don't have a light, so they have to crash their own Faith, so at least they go main phase 2 when they drop that BLS, because I end up killing the Faith. And Fenrir, they skip a draw phase. I don't know what their hand is, but because of the way, but BLS does kill me, because all they have to do is, 19 plus 16, that's over 32, plus they can still then Sork over the Lacunga or banish Serp or Lacunga. But they go boom, and they even have Spy they can normal summon. And yeah, that's just the end of the game. just dead. Should not have killed the Faith. So misplay, cost me the game. I don't know what I would have drawn though. I only had 2 Aqua Spirits in hand, so probably still losing that game after they, attack main phase 2 BLS anyway. But if I had top deck Snatch or something, I don't think I'd use that yet. Then I would have won the game. So yeah, you never know. They got 2 Berserk Gorillas, Chaos Orc Spy, Deco Tribe. I got Mother. I decided to summon Mother, set Ring. I got also the Kunga. Prima swap Breaker. They set Spy. I draw Aqua Spirit. I swap, thinking of Spy, and there is the Spy, because I can also go the Kunga. They take 3. They think they get their Serpent, which I would not have done that if that was the case. But they didn't know based on creature swap. Okay, well, they learned how recruiters of the creature swap work. That's an important thing to know. I go into another Mother Grizzly. They draw a DD Warrior Lady. They Tribe. Discard Gorilla, and I say, what type? They say water. That's an attribute. They say, I'm tripping, Beast Warrior. I chain Ring so I can at least keep the Lacunga. I'm thinking, alright, if I draw like Dimension Fusion or something, they have no back row, this could be the end of the game. I do decide to Lacunga, banish both, and flip up the Spy, summon the Breaker, and that is the end of the game. Alright, game 3. So that game 2, yeah, definitely more so what the deck's supposed to do. You want to, be a little quick, fluid like water, Anyway, they get 2 TDs, Pot. They got 2 Decos, Smash, Jar, Widespread, Upstart, and that Golden Boy BLS. They set the Widespread in the Jar. I think this person has like 3 Sakuretsus, at least 1, if not multiple, Widespread Runes, at least 2, maybe 3 Smashing Grounds. Could be 3 Sakus, 3 Widespread Runes, 3 Smashing Ground. Just this person's deck. I'm not even kidding. I think that's, I don't know how much of that they main / side, but just all the removal in the world. It's absolutely insane. I do got the Decree, though, for the Widespread. They draw in another Jar. They Deco, flip up in the Snatch. Set the second Deco, smack me for 14. I decided not to break summon the Breaker, just because I want this Decree to go off. And then it does. Like, can I respond? Yep, you can Jar into Sangan. And then I decide to Goblin into Lacunga, and then I decide to Breaker, I pop their new one, which is Jar, attack over for 200. I swap my Breaker with their set, because I'm thinking about Faith. I don't want to risk them getting Pot of Greed again. Arguably, could have just held that, but honestly, I mean, my hand isn't the best. It's going to be a tough one. Draw both Aqua Spirits, I don't know if that was in a row again, but then they, at least, that was off the Deco at least, but then there's Fenrir. So here's, I think, pretty much every single remove from play water monster in my entire deck, in the top 10 cards of the 40 card deck. I'm at 30 cards left in deck right now. So in the first 10, I saw both Aquas, the one Fenrir, and I don't know if I had cited one of these out. I don't think I did this game. I think there was both. There is a chance that there was only one Lacunga in for this game 2 here, or game 3. But yeah, just straight up, every single banished water and the breaker, which is one of the 2 non-waters in the deck. So then they, snatch heavy, boom, BLS, boom, 3K, 16, 1K, and my hand is, just like almost nearly completely dead. I do draw into another dimension fusion, and I'm just like, what the heck am I supposed to do here? At least I got the Lacunga, so I can do Aqua. I'm like, alright, I gotta try and kill that Sangan, so then the standby can move the BLS to defense. So like, nope, I got another widespread rune. So they had at least 2, if not 3 widespread runes, 3 Sakuretsu armors, at least 2, if not 3 smashing grounds. What is this person's deck list? 3 jars, 2 upstarts, 3 widespreads, 3 Sakuretsus, 2 or 3 widespreads, 2 or 3 smashing grounds, then all the chaos monsters, and like pot, graceful, duo, heavy, MST. Just snatch. I don't know. It's what a list, right? I don't know if that's really good or not. They end up losing in a later round, spoiler, after this one, but they decide to just, I do Aqua Spirit their BLS to defense, so I can try and survive, but then they have Smashing for the Breaker, and these are just 2 dead Dimension Fusions with a dead Fenrir in my hand, the Beast. And speaking of Beast Beats goes down. Good luck, I say GG, good luck in the rest. They say nothing and leave, and that is the end. And that is the end of the tourney. I'm sure we timed out due to inactivity. And with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, all that good stuff. And until next time, I gotta go catch this finals. Hopefully it's still going on. Good luck everyone who is participating in GFC 17 tomorrow. $1,000+ prize support. All the good stuff. I will be in that tourney, I'll tell you that. I'm going to try to get, and hopefully we'll get, top 8 in that tourney so I can get a Worlds invite. Until next time. Bye.